what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Mr. Chuckles, and welcome to part 2 of my in-depth gameplay analysis. Today I'm going to start this video with a couple early game fights, followed by a few mid-game fights, and then I'm going to do a really in-depth analysis of late game fights. So the first clip that you're going to see is a cat and mouse fight between Sen Aspect and Ghost Issa. And in this fight, Aspect does a really good job fighting in the fight after dropping a 1 HP. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that.
Tournament area. Aspect now taking on Issa in the bottom floor of this now pirate house. As Aspect drops to 1 health, survives! Whoa!
4 builds left. He can still survive a little bit. He does have those bandages, so he's going to be able to try to pop them. But Issa also popping his minis as well. I don't know, Aspect is so close here.
Oh, peeks through the door. Does get the rotation on that ramp piece. And look, Issa's going to try and go up to that first floor. Now up to the second, going to try and drop through the top here. I did see Dynamite in the inventory of Aspect, so it does have to be careful that that doesn't just get planted beneath him, but Aspect is just trying to bandage up.
Yeah, and the edits were so good to get out of there. He does have holding that edit, making sure Issa's not going to push down, but you got to be careful of all the windows around.
Importantly, in the action feed, Aiden just fell.
So I want to talk about something Aspect is doing really well here, and that's holding his builds and edits from another box to counter Issa's aggressive playstyle. Right now, he's putting cones above the roof that Issa is breaking. And if Issa does break in, he'll probably think that's the box that Aspect is sitting in. However, he's sitting in another box. So if he does break down, Aspect has the opportunity to shoot him and then build a wall and escape, relocate, whatever, which is something he's doing really, really smart. I don't see a lot of people doing this. And it's definitely something you could pick up because you can not only do this in a building like this, but you can do it in your own 1x1s, and it'll always catch players off guard. And if they manage to sneak a lucky shot in, you'll be protected because you're not in the 1x1 that they think you're in.
Now trying to go the hard way through the floor, trying to replace as much so that Issa can own this entire building, trying to just find any angle. There's that Dynamite we were talking about.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that for Aspect. He doesn't want to blow open any more holes for Issa to be able to find him again. Does get the pump.
Connects with that first shot as Issa now, a lot of his health has been evened up, trying to find.
So what just happened was something I discussed in the previous gameplay analysis video that I did. And basically, you never want to peek around a corner from the left side. You always want to be on the right side because you have the opportunity to line up your shot and always hit the player before they'll be able to hit you. And that's exactly what happened here, and it totally caught Issa off guard. If I was Aspect here, I would definitely play a little bit more aggressive, knowing that I just took off all his shield and some of his health. But that's not exactly what happens, so I'll just roll the clip and let it play out.
Moments just to get those mini shield potions.
He's really opening it up here for him to find Issa, and he's out of mats now, so there's 9 builds left for Aspect, and he's kind of gotten back into his fight. He's clawed his way back in here, Stress.
Clawed his way back in, but he still needs to be able to find the angle. Aspect trying to bandage up around the corner. Oh, Issa looks for the shot, doesn't quite get it, as Aspect does end up falling in the end. A long fight around this house.
In this clip here, we're going to be taking a look at Liquid Vivid. In this clip, you can see that he has very, very little health. I think he has about 20 health, and he has no heals. So right now, he needs to get this kill, or he will die to the zone. So when you watch it, you'll notice that the other player is very low on builds, and Vivid notices this, and sprays his wall out when he's trying to heal, not allowing him to heal, and will eventually save him the heals when he kills the opponent. The opponent basically runs out of builds, runs underneath his builds, Vivid comes down, pumps him, gets the kill, even though he has 15 HP, gets health back from the kill, and then gets his heals, which is very, very clutch, and sometimes when you have your back against the wall like this, you need to play aggressive and go for those kills.
Yeah, Alpha versus Vivid, and Vivid was actually Alpha's duo partner, Bowman's partner back in the Secret Skirmish, so they have maybe a little fight here to see. Bowman belongs to me. Vivid a bit low here.
14 HP.
14 health and in the storm and no heals. He does have to finish this up now. Oh, hits the beautiful pump. Alpha eventually goes down.
Now in this clip, we're going to be taking a look at TSM's Razzeroo, and as you can see, he is top 4 right now. He has no mats, and he's low on health. So here, he's going to recycle the builds that are already underneath him, and he needs to go for a kill. He has no mats and no health, so it's necessary that he gets the kills right now.
To move with it.
And he hit the shot, though. He's got the shotgun towards the high ground. He's got still 4 players left to go. You can see everyone trying to be so cautious about Razzeroo, who won't go down. Eliminations left and right. Now it's going to be Zextro all up against Kingstar, who's looking for this final limb. The trap goes down. The trap almost getting...
So Zextro kills the players underneath him, gets health, gets 10 mats, or 10 builds rather, and now he's in a 1v1 situation with Kinstar, who tries to trap kill him. So he escapes the trap, and he tries to hold them in the zone by holding the wall. And that's a very, very smart play as the zone's moving towards Zextro, so he could stand there and hold it and make his opponent take storm damage. However, the opponent phases through, which is pretty common now, so I wouldn't really recommend doing this anymore, but it is a very smart play.
Close to finishing someone off, and it comes down. Shotgun blast. Oh, Zextro will fall.
Now this is a short clip I want to show you from a mid-game fight. In this clip, Tixi is pretty much exposed completely, and he's sitting wide open outside Dusty Divot, and he's got about 5 players around him, and he's also sitting right on the edge of zone, and he's really tunnel vision trying to kill this one player that's near him. So I'm going to roll the clip and let you see what happens, but this is basically to show you that if you're wide on the open, especially with the storm pushing in and you're right at the edge of it, there's going to be a lot of third party, and you really need to cover yourself up and not get too tunnel vision, or you will get third party and potentially die.
But Ntixi trying to just get any kind of sight he can, but there's a third party. As that was...
Now for the last clip of the video, it's going to be a really long one, and we're going to be taking a look at very late game and how this plays out. In particular, in this clip, we're going to be taking a look at Razzeroo, who is holding the height. He's the one circled, and we're going to look at exactly what he does. So the storm right now is moving from the right part of the screen to the left side. So he's already in a good position, he's holding height, and he's already further to the next zone than most people. So what he's going to do is turn around and put shots on all the people who are still rotating and try to get a free pick.
Best endgame players at this pathing, exactly what you see him doing right now, but Razzeroo again on high ground, he's taking it, and I think he has it.
Now as you can see, Atlantis Mitro, another top tier player from Europe, is doing the exact same thing that Razzeroo is doing, and he's already rotated further than a lot of his opponents, so now he's just going to turn around and take free shots at all the people who are still rotating in hopes to get a pick or just take shield and health off of his opponents.
So, Mitro up. Vinny up.
Jules trying to track up. Let's see that he doesn't go too high and die to fall down.
Now in this clip, we're going to take a look at Poverty, who is going for the high ground retake from Razzeroo, which in my opinion is not a very smart decision, because right now he's burning a ton of metal, and there's a lot of already pre-built structures that he could rotate on and recycle, so he doesn't have to waste his own mats. So I'll let it roll and let it play out, but he's definitely someone you want to keep an eye on right here.
It's like he did in game number 2. Poverty trying to track up as well against Razzeroo. Poverty actually has stolen the high ground away, but on the low ground is where most of the action is. Jesse trying to make his way. Hoopek on such low health. And
now here I just want to focus on something that Item does. He hears 2 people rift close to him, and instead of continuing to push into zone, building with his own mats, he decides to go for the rift and get a free rotate like that, which is very smart. You always, if you hear a rift in these late game situations that are close to you, you want to go and use them. So you don't have to burn your own mats, and you could just fly around while everyone else does the fighting down below. It's very smart. The rifts are very, very overpowered for late game because they're the best mobility item, because they put you straight up in the air and give you a lot of options.
you can see Funk Bomb right at the bottom. Poverty drops down, takes a massive shotgun shell from Razzeroo.
Now here we're going to take a look back at Poverty, who went for the high ground. If you missed it, he took a heavy pump from Razzeroo and has opted to disengage and go for the low ground. However, he runs out of mats on his way down doing cheats and ladders and falls to his death. So in hindsight, it probably wasn't a good idea to push for high ground so aggressively and burn all those mats, but you learn from your mistakes.
Razzeroo, Poverty's gonna drop! That's it! Poverty's out from that high engage, and Razzeroo is the only player stuck at the top of the screen.
This was the...
Now here you can see Razzeroo opts to close the distance between height and low ground, so that way if he gets shot out, he doesn't have to forest fall and won't die from fall damage like Poverty did. So I mentioned this in the video yesterday that I put up, part 1 of my analysis series, so if you haven't watched that yet, go check it out. There's more tips there. But that's going to do it for this video. If you learned anything, please like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, all that fun stuff. These videos do take quite a while to make, so I would appreciate any support. If you share it, like it, comment, subscribe, I will love you forever. So that's all I have for today. I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow or the day after. I'll probably be doing a duo analysis from the Katowice Royale. So stay tuned for that. Peace.